Welcome to the Diva Details. Welcome to the Diva Details, where bold, confident women embrace life unapologetically. From love and sex to wellness and reinvention, we keep it raw, real, and powerful. No filters, no limits. Just fearless conversations to help you thrive. Let's dive in with Diva Mia and Diva Khat.
Well, hello, Diva Khat.
Hello, Diva Mia.
How are you today?
Great.
I am loving summer.
Oh, I live for summer. You know that, right?
I know you do. I got a great tan.
You look great.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. Summer is like everybody at this.
I'm the blonde with the tan.
That's right. Maybe I should dye my hair blonde.
No. You know, it's funny that during the summer, people are out sunbathing and checking out each other and checking out each other's bodies. And you know what happens then?
I just felt like summer people become alive.
They do. But at the same time, they tend to change partners.
They change everything.
They do. They change their health. They make sure they look good.
Mm-hmm.
If someone doesn't fit them, what happens? They move on, right?
That's it. You get rid of it. You know,
Yeah.
Summer, it's for lively people. It's fun time.
It is a fun time. And it's a
know?
good time to actually find a partner.
Yeah, there's no time for no energy. Negative energy for summer.
I agree. So sometimes people will go through the holidays with the same partner. And by spring, they're like, oh, this is not what I'm looking for. And then by summer, it's time to switch.
But how you switch the right way?
You know, I think the best policy is honesty. Honesty is always the best policy.
Right.
You need to take an evaluation of what's working for you.
Okay.
And if they don't work for you, then I think you need to honestly tell them that. Now, when I break up with someone, I'm not attacking anyone.
Okay.
I realize that we're all on different journeys.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when we're on different journeys, people are at different stages.
Definitely.
We have that podcast about emotional availability, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're with someone for a month or two,
right?
And you realize that they're not emotionally available.
Yeah.
And you thought they would be.
Yeah.
But the closer you get to them, the more they pull away.
Yeah. And you know what thing I cannot stand is they sprinkle.
Oh, the breadcrumbs.
The breadcrumbs. Oh, no. That got to...
Yeah. When they give you just a little bit of attention and then they pull it back or a little bit of attention. So breadcrumbs are a red flag for me.
Oh, yeah. You are a hot, single, successful woman.
I'm a hot, single, successful woman. And I refuse to settle for someone that gives me the minimum.
No. Anybody should
No one should.
No one should.
If you're in a relationship, ladies, and you're not getting communicated with daily, I don't care if it's just a text, they should be just messaging you. You are a prize.
That's right.
And if they don't want to talk to you on a daily basis, or they're just giving you breadcrumbs, or it just feels off, it probably is. And it might be time to move on, because here's the problem with dating these days. There are so many people out there.
It is?
There's so many people out there. There's a quantity of men I could date every single day of the week. However, the quality kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's another problem.
And the issue is really getting to know someone is difficult when they're not really emotionally available. What I'm finding more and more is that men are not healed. Men are often, now some men are, don't get me wrong, but a lot of times they're damaged. They're damaged from previous relationships. They never went to therapy. And then they come into a relationship with you and they bring all their baggage.
I think they're just looking for bandages.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to bandage anybody up. I want somebody that's whole and complete. For instance, if someone's complaining a lot about their exes.
Oh, that's a no.
That's a no, because maybe they don't even want a woman. They just want to prove to themselves that women are bad.
Some men, they see themselves better if they put down on women.
They do, but a lot of men don't trust women. And when you come into a new relationship with zero trust, that's not a relationship.
I think you're going to come with a new relationship. You should not even mention about exes.
Well, people do. And I'm okay with a little bit.
Oh.
But when all you do is slam women and not trust what they say, like when somebody doesn't trust what I say, I feel insulted because
Right.
integrity for me is one of my big things.
Right.
So if somebody doesn't believe my word, because my word is my bond, then I feel insulted.
Yeah.
For me, that's crucial to having a basic, open communication relationship.
I see. But you are honesty woman though.
Yeah.
But some men, they probably used to the lying.
Well,
maybe they had a bad experiences before,
Well, see, here's my requirement. Someone needs to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to be loving.
They got to be healed first before they met you.
They have to be because I'm not fixing anyone anymore.
Yeah, no.
Open, honest, and loving ladies should be your bare minimum.
Yeah.
That should be the bare minimum standard. And if someone can't be those three things,
Mm-hmm.
there is no relationship.
Yeah.
If they can't be vulnerable and open, if they can't be truthful and honest, and if they can't show you the same amount of love that you give them, there is no relationship.
I mean, they're not ready for the new relationship.
It means they're not ready. It means that you're working overtime to try to people please them when they're not even ready to be there. And I am so sad to see the number of men that are still broken from past relationships because I've seen a lot of them.
Is it really?
I've seen a lot of them, and they're not healed. Their problem is that men refuse most of the time to go to therapy and heal themselves.
That's another thing, too. They seem to look at something wrong with other people but themselves.
Yeah, I think it's a default for men. Their ego won't allow them to go inward and fix the internal.
Yeah.
They're always pointing the finger at other people.
Yeah, they won't accept what's wrong with them.
Self-responsibility.
Right.
It's also kind of like, you see these guys that think that they still look like they did in high school.
Oh, my God, yes.
And they think they can get the model, and they can't because they haven't worked on themselves physically, and they haven't worked on themselves emotionally or mentally.
Maybe when they look at the mirror, they still see what they look like in high school.
They probably do. They probably do. There are guys and women that will take a man just because he has money. But I think there's a deeper connection that can be had when you have an emotional and mental and intelligent connection with someone.
Someone just look at the money, though.
Some people do. And they'll find somebody, and they'll find a little gold digger that's looking to scam them or whatnot. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
When it's time to break up because you've met the person, they're not emotionally available, they've shown you some red flags. And there are red flags that you might ignore once or twice, but if you tell the person you don't like that and they keep doing it, it's a sign that maybe it's time to move on. So, for instance, let's say you tell someone that, I need to be communicated with daily. If I'm in a relationship with you, I want to hear from you every day.
I see.
And if they don't do it, and they text you maybe once every 3 or 4 days, and you're in a relationship, what are you doing?
No, I think you should talk at least. Like you get up in the morning. Come on, you have time to just shoot a text, say good morning.
Here's the thing, ladies. If somebody wants you, they're not going to be able to wait to text you.
Right.
They're going to want to talk to you every day. They're going to want to talk to you all the time.
Yeah.
So if somebody truly does desire being in a relationship with you, they're going to want to communicate with you. Or if they don't, and they're only communicating with you once a week or twice a week, they most likely have another piece on the side.
Either that, yeah. They probably talk to multiple.
They're probably dating multiple people.
Yeah.
So that's typically how it is. And when that happens, they can't keep straight what they told each person. And once in a while, you'll catch them in a little lie.
Yeah, I don't care how busy you are, right? First thing in the morning, judging my husband, first thing in the morning, he opened his calendar, check what's the date goes on. You do have time if you're talking to someone. At that time, you have time to just shoot a text. Hey, good morning. I'm up, checking my mail, checking my calendar. What's your date? How's the day goes?
Exactly. So how long have you been with your husband?
We met a week after 9/11, so 20-something.
24 years. So you've been together for 24 years. You've been married for
18
years. And your husband still talks to you every day.
Every morning and every day during the day at lunchtime.
Multiple times during the day. He calls you. He texts you. That's a relationship.
On his way home.
On his way home. Now, I get it. When things are new, you may not talk as much as they do. However, I honestly feel like you should talk more Because when you're getting to know someone, it's time to ask questions.
Well, I think now we talk more than we were when we first dating. Because you built a life together, you have a lot
Well,
to
now
talk
you're
about.
talking about non-relationship stuff. You're
Right.
talking about, did you pick up the kids or
Right.
did you get the groceries or etc. But you talk about stuff.
Right.
And when you're dating someone new, you want to know about them.
Yeah. Do you know I make his lunch every day? Because
Yeah.
we're on this diet. Every time after lunch, he texts me, thank you for lunch every day.
There you go. What a gratitude that he gives you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Every day.
That's loving. If you're not getting the love you want in a relationship, just move on.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then when they ask why, say, look, I'm not into breadcrumbs. I needed more attention than that. I personally, if somebody's only texting me a few times a week, that's not a relationship and I don't want to have anything to do with it.
No, you don't.
I don't want breadcrumbs.
No, you're worth more than that.
I want somebody that's all in. And if they're not all in with me, then they're not the right person. God's telling me to move on to someone else.
I'm telling you, they're talking to multiple persons.
They are talking to multiple people, or maybe they're too busy with work and you're not a priority.
No. You already know if they're too busy with work and if you are not their priority,
it's not a relationship. Yeah,
No.
he's not the one.
Nope.
You have to be a number one priority. Now, you can't tell me that he doesn't have time to talk to his kids if his kids called.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
You know?
no.
Or if a friend called, they talk to their friend.
Yeah.
So what are you?
Yeah, no.
So we need to, as ladies, stop allowing men to use us as doormats.
That's right.
Because it's not acceptable.
No.
So if it's time to break up, the first thing you're going to do is decide how you're going to break up, right?
Right.
We break up for many reasons. So we break up due to emotional neglect.
Right.
Or disrespect. And I'm sorry, if a guy's not talking to me every day, I find it disrespectful.
I mean, how do you break up the right way? Like, shoot him a text or call him or leave
So
a
that's the
message
question.
him?
When you want to break up with someone, you have a choice. Now, let's say you've only been dating the guy for a month.
Right.
Okay. And most of your communication has been on text. I don't believe in texting breaking up, but I will do a voice text. So you could do a voice text. And the reason why I do a voice text instead of just a text, if you will, is because you can get your emotion across.
From the way of your voice sounds,
From your
right?
voice.
Okay.
If you need to take bulleted notes before you talk to him, you can do that. So at least you cover your bases. Now, when you break up, don't attack the other person.
Right.
And don't blame the other person. Just tell them, this is not working for me because I feel like I deserve more. I don't like breadcrumbs in communication style. And I want someone that can be there for me when I need them.
Right.
And that's what I'm looking for in a relationship. And this is just not fulfilling me.
Yeah.
It's very easy. You can use that exact script if you want to. Or maybe there's some other things. Maybe it's, I don't like the fact that you have West syndrome, like you have wandering eye syndrome and you check out other women when we're out and it just doesn't make me feel good. So therefore, I am choosing to just pull myself out of the situation. I wish you the best. I hope you find someone that aligns with you, that you can find a reciprocal relationship with that matches what you're looking for, but it's just not going to be me.
That's a great way.
That way, you're not attacking them. You told them the things you didn't like, but you did it in a nice way.
Right.
And you let them know your concerns. Now, don't go into the breakup expecting them to come back and beg for you to come back. When you're ready to break up with someone, you're stating this because it's final.
Right.
And some people they leave their breakup message hoping that it will knock some sense into the guy.
Oh, I see.
And he will come back and clean up his behavior. But here's the truth, ladies, and this is the hard truth. If they're not giving you the care and consideration you need now, smacking the truth into them usually doesn't fix it.
That's true.
99% of the time, what will happen is they will come back. And if they do come back, and they want to stay with you, they'll text you again every day for a few weeks. And then it will go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
The reason it goes back is maybe they're not ready for a relationship. Maybe they're damaged from their old relationship and they have attachment issues, or they're just not emotionally available to open up to you the way you need them to.
Okay.
Or maybe they're seeing someone else. There could be many reasons. It doesn't matter the
No.
reason. Unless they're sleeping around and they give you an STD. It doesn't matter. Honestly, they could be with someone else. They could be working too much and just exhausted and they get home and they pass out. They could be not emotionally available, or they could just be that they are broken from a past relationship. And the closer they get to you, the more they want to run away.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be any of the above. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
What matters is your cup is not getting filled up.
Yeah.
Your cup is getting depleted because you're spending half the day wondering why they never reach out to you anymore. You're wondering why everything seemed to be good or you spent quality time with them and then they dropped you. It's not you.
Right.
It's them. The relationship is not a good alignment for you. It is not the fit that you want.
Right. Yeah, but you're going to spend all day wondering what you did wrong?
No, you should not wonder what you did wrong. No, you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
The only thing you did wrong was select the wrong person.
Yes.
So it's time to move on and find the right person. And you may have to go through 100 men. And that's the truth. Because it's a different world out there. Yeah. And the faster you can move on to the next guy, the better. Because there are few out there. Now, this is the reason why when I select men, I pre-screen them.
Okay.
Via text and I just kind of get a vibe for a person. And then after we've been texting for no more than a day or two, I'll talk to him on the phone. Because I don't want to waste time with a man texting them if there is no connection. So if I can talk to him on the phone and have a pretty good connection, I know that there is a possibility that something could happen. And then you want to, within a week or two, go on a date.
Okay.
So that's kind of your timeline. If you're one of those people, especially if you're on a dating app, if you're one of those people that wants to text for weeks and weeks, you're going to lose interest or they will.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. So I would say text for 1 to 2 days. If they're responsive via text, that's a good sign. If they're not responsive via text, you're not going to get your cup filled up. They're not emotionally into you. You're an option.
Oh, no.
Or you're their backup plan because they got 5 or 6 other ladies. And this is the reality. The dating apps have kind of ruined dating.
You think so?
They have ruined dating because what they have done is they've shown people that there's a variety of people out there. But there's a lot of quantity and very little quality.
They're all liars, you think?
I don't think they're all liars. What I think is that people now say to themselves, well, if this one doesn't work out, I got 15 other ones that liked me. So it's not that big of a deal. When the reality is people don't realize is that one that didn't work out might have been the one because that was a special person. And you may be a special person, and I hope you are, and I bet you may be. And you're not manipulative, and you're honest, and you're open, and you're vulnerable. But that doesn't mean that they will see it. And that doesn't mean that that's what they're looking for. Because sometimes they're not looking for that. Sometimes they're looking for the same old that they had in their last relationship.
So I have a friend that she's been single for past 2 years now. After a while, she shut down all her dating apps. She get tired of it. And then she just go do things solo. What she did it, like she go to pickleball solo. She go to concert solo. And she met someone.
Did she?
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
The old-fashioned way. And they're together now. They consider themselves boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yes. And I will say that some of the dating apps are just hookup sites.
Yes.
Not all. And some of the dating sites are just scam sites. And then you have the people that just message you on Facebook that you have no idea how they've messaged you out of the blue. And those are usually scammers too. If they don't have a friend of a friend, or if there's not like 10 or 15 friends, why are you adding them as a friend and allowing them to message you? If they just message you out of the blue, they probably just saw that you're single and they're trying to scam you. So it's a red flag if you have no connection, especially if they're in Europe or Africa or the UK or
Yeah, no.
So just remember that.
Are these dating apps free?
The dating apps, no. So the dating apps cost, except for Facebook dating, that one's free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So most of the dating apps cost, but they get accounts. They're not expensive, $40. And if they can scam somebody out of $1,000 one a month, they're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Even 100 a month doing damn good.
Yeah. So don't fall for that. But if you're in a bad relationship, how do you know you're in a bad relationship?
You tell me.
Well, I think if I get disrespected, and I have a pretty high standard for respect, if they're not giving me back attention the way I give them, and it doesn't have to be as much, but if I text them and they don't text me until the next day, if I text them in the morning and I don't hear from them for 24 hours, I'm a little annoyed.
That is not high standard. That's normal. Yeah.
And honestly, I get back to people as long as I'm not in a meeting or working within a couple hours. I mean, the longest I'll go is a couple hours. I think it's disrespectful for people to hold on to their texts as some type of game to manipulate other people.
No.
And people do it. People do it a lot. I've seen women do it. People do it. And they do it as part of a game, and it's disrespectful.
Yeah, but by this time, I mean, this day and age, there's no time to play games.
Most of the time, you know that they got your text because they're on Facebook or they're on Instagram and you can see it.
You can see it.
So you know they got your text. They're just screwing around with you.
That's what I'm saying. And, if you have an iPhone, the iPhone tells you right away when the text come in.
Yeah, and it's considered emotional neglect. I'm sorry. If they're not texting you back, it is emotional neglect.
Yeah, no.
And they're doing it to manipulate you. And do you really want to be with someone that's trying to manipulate you?
No.
Exactly. And lack of communication in general. So if you call someone and leave them a voicemail and they don't call you back.
Oh, no, that's a no.
I can't trust a person like that. Yeah. So trust is hard to come by.
Definitely.
And I will give trust to a person when I start dating them. But as soon as they violate that trust once, that's strike one.
Yeah.
If they violate it twice, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
So if they're lying to me, I'm out the door.
Yeah.
I don't put up with liars.
Yeah. I think you have a lot to offer. You should keep your standard high.
Oh, yes. Every woman has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
We should all keep our standards high. It's not just me. Everyone out here has something really huge to offer another person. You just got to own who you are and find your value in what you have to offer someone else.
That's true.
And don't manipulate other people. I'm a firm believer in the golden rule. So you should be treating other people the way you want to be treated. So if you're like ghosting people to try to manipulate them, that's the wrong way because you're going to get ghosted and you're going to be unhappy with the way they treat you.
I agree.
Here's a gut check that you can do in a relationship to determine whether it's a good fit. Is it making you anxious or is it making you happy? Now, you have to be at a certain emotional intelligence level to actually feel the gut check. But if they're all talking to you, and then they ghost you for 2 days, that's probably going to make most people anxious, don't you think?
Sometimes they might just want to play the games to try if you are anxious.
Well, and I'm done.
That's true. There's no game. Yeah.
No, I'm at the point now, if somebody wants to play games with my emotions, they're a cruel individual. And I don't want to be with a cruel individual.
You need someone to be consistent, though.
I want consistency and I want someone to be loving like I am loving because I give care and I'm loving. And whenever anybody texts me, I'm always responding back.
Yeah.
So I don't disrespect other people and I expect other people not to disrespect me. So that's the thing.
That's the thing.
You get what you give out.
Right.
And now I know people say you only attract what you're giving out. That's not true. Sometimes you're going to run into people that are not good for you. And your lesson is to learn that you need to let them go. You're not there for everyone. You only need one. You need that special one. You don't need 100 guys. You need that special one that's going to treat you the way you treat them and show you that they value you just like you value them.
Right.
I think that what we do when we stay in a relationship that is bad, that is not good for us, we compromise our self-worth.
Yeah, but I think some people look at themselves so low self-esteem, to stay in relationship.
Here's the thing. If you still have a low self-esteem, you're going to take whatever you're given.
That's true.
You're going to be a scavenger. You're going to say, I have such a low self-esteem. I will take the abuse because I'm so damn needy for any attention.
That's true.
So if you are that person, you should not be dating.
Okay.
You need to go fill your cup up.
Okay.
Learn to love yourself first. Because right now what you're doing, if you have that low of self-esteem that you're staying with somebody that treats you so terribly, is you're allowing someone to abuse you, which is going to decrease your self-esteem even more.
Right. Some women doesn't think mentally abuse and physically abuse is two different things.
Mental abuse is big.
It's big. Some women does not think that. And I heard from my own ear, as long as he didn't hit you, you okay.
No, that's not true.
Yes. You see, that is not true.
Yeah.
And especially emotion, I think, is worse than physically.
Well, here's the thing, too. Some guys don't look at it as abuse either.
See?
They look at it as, I'm giving her what she allows me to give her.
You see?
And if you allow them to give you breadcrumbs and you stay.
That's the
and you
problem.
take it.
Yep, the problem is you.
It's going to get worse. And it doesn't get better, ladies. If at 3 months you're into a relationship and you barely hear from the guy unless he wants to show up for a booty call or something like that, it's only going to get worse.
And then how you move on after you break up?
That's the easy part. Because when you break up and you recognize that you're breaking up because of your self-worth is valuable and you're valuable, it's empowering. And when you tell them, I didn't like the way you treated me, I didn't like this because I feel like I'm more valuable. I deserve someone that treats me the way that I want to be treated, and I want to be treated the same way I treat them. And when you get to that point, it's empowering. You feel like your self-worth is very high, and you don't let people treat you like crap anymore. And when you get there, you know you're ready to date. It's true.
That's true.
And I think you got to listen to your gut. I think we as women have a huge intuition and we don't listen to it. If something's telling you something's off, it always is.
I know you have to listen to your guts. So talk about guts. How bad it is. Like, even the guy that give you sprinkling, but every time you see him, you can't keep, it give you that butterfly.
Well, that's just, that's chemistry. He has chemistry with you, which is fine. But there can be chemistry and
I see.
No emotional value.
Yeah.
You've got to remember that too. And don't listen to your friends.
Oh, no, friends is bad.
Because here's what's going to happen is your friends see the two of you together out.
Okay.
And you guys are happy because when you're together, typically a guy will treat you well.
Okay.
Now, unless they're one of those wandering eye syndrome guys that's constantly checking out other women, if they're out with you and your friends, in a group setting, they're going to treat you really well. So the presentation that most men make in front of other people is wonderful.
Because they want to look good.
Because they want to look good in front of the public. Now, maybe you come home and they're verbally abusive. Or maybe they just aren't giving you the attention you need. And then you ask your friends, what should I do? And your friends will say, oh, well, he's a catch. Or he's a keeper. Or they'll say, he's the one for you. Or we really like him. And then what happens is a lot of people, if they have low self-worth, will say, you know what? He's a catch. He's a keeper.
Right, because your friend only see when you guys out
They
together.
only see the external. They don't know the internal. And if they knew the internal, they would tell you to walk.
Right.
But they only see the external. And a lot of people put on a good mask on the external. So, and some women even put on the mask to cover for the guy that's treating them like crap.
That is true. That's a movie about it.
So when you're ready to move on, it's not a good idea to ask your friends.
Yeah.
You just need to do it. You need to cut the cord. You need to move on. And you can tell them after. And then if they ask why, you can tell them the reasons why.
Right. Follow your guts first.
Follow your guts. Now, here's some other reasons that you might want to leave. Let's say you have different values or goals or religious beliefs. A lot of times that is a reason to leave too. I've dated men in the past that were very complacent, that did not have a growth mindset, that were just comfortable in life. And they enjoyed being where they were. And they had no desire to improve themselves.
No ambition.
No ambition. I'm all about constant growth.
Maybe they already content what they have.
They may be. And that's great. But that doesn't match me.
Oh, I see.
And that's a value. It's a core value for me, actually. And your core values have to match the other person's core values. If you want to hit a certain level of, let's say you want to make $100,000 a year, and you get there and your partner gets there, and you're both content, and you don't want to make $500,000 a year, and you have a fixed mindset,
Right.
and they do too. That's a good match. And they're okay with that. That's fine because your core values match.
Right.
But then you have someone like me that doesn't have a limit on income.
Right.
I'm always wanting to improve. I'm actually okay if a guy doesn't match me on the income as long as he still has a growth mindset in other areas. But if he's complacent with his body and he's complacent with, what he wants to do in life and he just wants to stay home and he doesn't want to travel and he doesn't want to work out, that's not a match.
No.
I have high standards. I have high goals.
I think at least you have to have the same habit. Like you're always looking to improve yourself. You want to be good. You want to be good. You work out regularly.
Yes.
At least whoever it is, it has to be in that same framework.
Well, I have just determined that one of my core values is someone has to work out a minimum of 3 to 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Every week. And it has to be part of their lifestyle because I plan on living to 150 years old.
Yeah, I have to be healthy.
And I don't want to be alone at 125.
Yeah, it's so true.
I want somebody that's going to be able to keep up with me. Now, that is a core value for me. So they have to work out.
They have to take care of themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, emotional availability is important as well. So this one, I know I've talked about this on a podcast before, that there's a lot of men out there broken that just aren't available to date. And it's like there's women out there that are broken that should be filling up their cup instead of dating. If everybody could just slow the hell down, take a look at themselves and say, why do my relationships keep failing?
Yes.
Because if you've been married more than twice and you keep blaming the women, or if you keep blaming the men, you're going to keep doing the exact same thing and getting the exact same result. It's called the definition of insanity, right?
Right.
If you're divorced more than a couple times, or you keep going from girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend, get into therapy.
Yeah, there's such therapy.
Same with the women.
Really?
If you keep going from boyfriend to boyfriend to boyfriend, you seem to go with the same type of guy over and over again, and you get the exact same result. Go to therapy.
Yeah.
Find out why.
Yeah.
And then start working on you. And don't date. I honestly recommend you take a 6-month break. Minimum.
6 months.
Maybe a year. It depends. I think if you're not ready to date, don't go out there and screw other people up.
That is so true.
Because that's what people do.
Took my friend good 2 years.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been a year and a half single.
That's true.
And I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Because the reality is I'm not going to put myself into a long-term relationship until I'm damn ready and I know the person's a fit.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, I've had relationships. They haven't lasted very long. And what happened is when I see that there's red flags out there that repeat, even though I ask for corrections, then I move on.
Yeah.
I don't stick around anymore. Here's the thing. When you're in a relationship and you're not married, it's so much easier to get out. Once you get married, ladies, you're a little stuck.
Yeah. Once married and, no.
Because you're going to bend more when you're married for their bad behaviors. So if you're seeing their bad behaviors before you get married, don't go get married because they're not going to get better. You're not going to fix them.
Yeah. Well, I think being single at this age after divorce, right? And you're being single, you should take your time.
Take your time. Make this the last time.
Yeah. The first time doesn't work. And the second time, you don't want to go through the same
I don't want to go through it again. Now, things happen and who knows what could happen. I mean, somebody could pass away or whatnot, but
yeah,
I want this one to be my last. And here's the other thing. If you feel like you're walking on eggshells around a person because they're constantly stressed out or they're constantly angry, that's a terrible relationship.
Oh, no, you don't want to do that.
Remember we talked about a couple podcasts back about how when you get yelled at by a man, is that a red flag? For me, it is now. It wasn't before. But if somebody's yelling at me in a relationship, I'm not marrying that man.
Anybody should not yell at anybody.
That's a disrespect at there. Now, I get it. People get heated in families sometimes, and sometimes they get a little loud, but it's disrespectful and it needs to stop.
No yelling.
There's proper ways to communicate, and yelling and screaming at a person is not it.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, let's go back to how we break up. So, we're going to be honest, but we're going to be kind, and we're going to take a look at ourselves in the relationship, and we're going to say, I don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
I need more. And it's I. It's not you.
Mm-hmm.
So when you break up, you're saying, I don't like the breadcrumbs that I've been provided.
Mm-hmm.
I need more in a relationship and a partner, and I'm looking for more, and I need more. But I'm going to wish you the best of luck.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you find exactly what you're looking for and that you are happy,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish you the best.
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave it like that, they realize that it's over. And you say, you got to end it with goodbye. So don't just leave it like, I'll talk to you soon. No, you're not talking to them soon.
Yeah.
You're going to say goodbye and I wish you the best.
Yeah.
And leave it so that they know it's final.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not looking for them to come back.
If you say, I'll talk to you soon, that means they just think you just want to push them to the edge.
Yeah, they may think that, oh, you're going to chit chat tomorrow. Now you're going to be friends. I also don't believe you should be friends with your exes for a while. I think when you break up with somebody, maybe 6 months or a year from now, if you run into them and you want to be friends, that's fine. But don't be friends with somebody you just broke up with, because you're just going to, it's a slippery slope. You're going to fall right back into that relationship that didn't work for you in the past.
Yeah.
So don't drag it out. Just respect their time and yours. If you know it's not working, the longer you wait, the less I feel like the universe will keep you closed off to potential possibilities. So if you're with the wrong one, no right ones come along.
I don't think so.
But as soon as you end that, the door opens up and the right people come around.
Yeah, for sure.
Cutting off communications, I think afterwards is the best. Now, you don't have to unfriend people. You can leave them as friends. You may want to mute them so you don't see their posts for a while.
You can do that?
You can do that, yeah. So,
wow.
So you're not following their posts, but you don't need to unfriend them because that's kind of mean. Unless they did something really nasty to you, you don't have to unfriend them. And then just break up in a neutral space so that there's no danger, because some people get hostile.
Oh, wow.
So if you're doing it face to face, I do it in a public place. If you're doing it over voice text or voicemail, or you're calling them to break up, I would not text. It's kind of mean to text, especially if it was more than a month that you're dating someone to text. But you could do a voice message. Just do it in a respectful way. Just break up the way that you would expect to be broken up with. If I had a guy say to me that he's looking for more, and that I'm not giving him the care that he needs, but he wishes me the best and hopes I find someone that gives me the care that I'm looking for.
Okay.
And somebody broke up with me on a voicemail like that, I would be so respectful to that person. I would be so grateful. The other option is people just ghost. They disappear.
The ghost I don't like.
That is so disrespectful.
Even between friends, you should not ghost anyone.
I'm sorry. How old are we?
That's what I'm saying. Yes or no?
Are we over 25 years old?
We all are.
So if you're over 25 years old and you're ghosting someone, you need to go back to grade school and learn respect and how to treat other people.
No, even between friends, ghosting is bad.
It's bad. If you're not mature enough to tell someone why you don't want this relationship, whether it's a friendship or a relationship to continue, then you shouldn't even be in friendships and relationships. You need to be mature enough to have that communication.
Yeah, no. Ghosting is bad.
With the caveat, if they're extremely violent, you get the hell out and you do it ghost and you secretly do it. Okay, that's the only, if they're a very violent person, then I would say yes, it's time to ghost and walk away and disappear and they won't even know where you went to. That's different.
What if they know where you live?
If they know where you live, then that's a difficulty. You may need to get a restraining order, right?
That happened to me, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, he just showed up this is back 25 years ago.
So you broke up with him?
I broke up and he just showed up at my front door.
So
drunk.
He showed up drunk at your front door. Was he violent with you before?
No, he wasn't, but he just very, very verbally
abusive.
Abusive.
Before.
Before.
So you had red flags before and you stayed because maybe you didn't have your cup filled up, your self-esteem wasn't there yet.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's always us, right? Because we know that these men are bad.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. And you're scared to be alone. Little I know, as soon as I was alone, it's 100 doors open.
Yeah.
I was planning to be single for a long time. Not even 3 months later, I met my husband now.
Well, yeah, but you knew what you wanted after that abusive relationship.
Right.
But the thing is we know when we're in an abusive relationship that it's not right. Our gut tells us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we stay because we're not feeling that we're enough.
Mm-hmm.
And when you don't feel like you're enough or no one else will love you, you got to realize you need to start loving yourself.
Yeah.
And you need to love yourself enough to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So even a verbally abusive relationship, you should get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Because what will happen is eventually you're going to yell back. And that's not good for your psyche.
Yeah.
And a verbally abusive relationship a lot of times will turn to physical abuse.
We know now because we're older. When you were young, you don't know.
Yeah, but there's women our age still in these relationships.
Is it really?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
And they still don't know how to get out of these relationships.
Oh.
And I know this is still going on because I've had men ghost me that should have just told me they found someone else. I mean, especially on the dating apps, why would you ghost someone you've been talking to for like 2 months and going on dates with? Why would you ghost them?
That's just crazy.
Or maybe you're just a week in and you haven't even gone on a date yet and they ghost you too.
Mm-hmm.
That's not mature either.
Mm.
So I know that there are a lot of immature men and a lot of immature women out there that don't know how to treat other people.
Even at this age.
Even at this age. And it's just disrespectful.
Oh, no.
Now, you may have to, if it's a situation like Diva Khat had, you may have to delete them. You may have to block them on social media. And you may have to get a restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fall into, let's talk one last time.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Because that's a booty call. And as soon as you fall into bed with them again, it's going to perpetuate getting back together. And that's not what you really want. If you're prepared to break up with somebody, just let it go.
Yeah.
Let the past be the past and move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can start working on yourself and rediscovering who you are and what you want. And try to journal through all this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a firm believer in journaling. And it's not just so you can look back at it later.
Mm-hmm.
It's so you can get your thoughts out of your head.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get the thoughts out of your head, you can say, oh my gosh, I should have done this a long time ago.
Yes. Oh, God, yes.
Yes. And once you do that, you're like, wow, now I feel empowered. Mm-hmm. And that empowerment will take you far. It really will.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've broken up with the relationship and let's say you're like Diva Khat and you found somebody and you fall in love and you get married and maybe you got married too fast. Who knows? But like my father in 14 days. But let's say that let's say that you're married and you've been together for a while. It could be that you've been together for a decade. It could be been together for 6 months. I don't know.
It happened to my cousin. 2 weeks. 2 weeks hanging out. 2 weeks after broken up with the first boyfriend. 2 weeks, met another guy. I think like 2 days. They went on 2 dates. And like 14 days later, he proposed. All of us thought he needs a paper to stay here, but he's not.
And they didn't get pregnant, so it wasn't that either. So
no, they got pregnant and they've been together for 35 years now.
Well, see, that happens.
See?
And sometimes people just know.
Yeah, you just know, I guess. I don't know.
I've had that feeling about people before, too, that there's just some type of connection there. But let's say you've been married and you think it might be time to leave a marriage. Now, a marriage is more difficult because when you get married, you say a vow to have and to hold till in sickness and in health till death do you part. Now, that means that you're going to put up with their crap, a lot of their crap. And you're going to try to grow together. Now, this is also where it's important that you make sure you find somebody with similar core values and a similar belief system. It doesn't have to be the same religion, but you have to be open to their belief system and their values. And I think when we're younger, we don't really know what the other person's core values are because they don't know yet. But as you get older, you grow into who you are and your core values really become apparent. Like, for instance, my ex-husband was not a growth mindset person. He was happy just getting by every month. And he was happy just existing. And we butted heads a little bit because I always wanted to do more. And I always wanted to grow into more. And I always wanted to achieve more. It's just who I am. Because I'm never satisfied with where I'm at. I always want to grow and learn and do and experience. It's like I thrive on new things and change. And he doesn't. He wants consistency. And I'm the opposite. Well, the issue is I thought he was growth mindset when we married.
Well, which is fine as long as he supported you, though.
No, he tried to stop me.
See,
so a core value is to make sure it's better when they have a growth mindset too.
Right.
So that may be part of the reason why people grow apart. But then what may also happen is they might betray you. They might have an affair.
Oh.
And it usually stems from something else, like you're not meshing with core values. Like my core values, you don't cheat on your partner.
Right.
And some women don't have that core value, but their husbands do have the core value that you don't cheat. And I will say that it's a core value because there are people, and the reason why we say once a cheater, always a cheater is because their core value allows them to cheat. Whereas my core value would not allow me to ever cheat. And at anything. I mean, I don't even cheat on tests. I never, one time I realized that my kid walked out of the store with a pack of gum and we went back inside and paid for it. That's just who I am. So it's just a different core value. It's a different code of ethics. It's a different mindset. And that to me, you need to find out before you marry someone.
Definitely.
Because if you don't have that one piece, and you find out that they cheated on their spouse, and you're going to marry that person, good luck. Because once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, you may have the core value that cheating is okay, too. Or maybe you're swingers. Who knows?
Who knows? There's a lot of swingers out there.
There are a lot of swingers out there. So maybe you find another person that has the core value of being a swinger, and you guys are happy together. Good for you. I won't marry a man that's cheated on their spouse, ever.
Yeah.
I don't want to
cheat on you.
Because they will cheat on me. It's just who they are. It's part of their core values. And nothing I can do will change that.
Right?
I don't care how good of a wife I am. If their core values is cheating is okay, then cheating's okay and they will do that. The other thing is that sometimes you will get chronic abuse.
Chronic abuse?
Chronic abuse means that it's happening consistently. So it may not be every day, but maybe once or twice a week they come home and they're just infuriated and they take it out on you. It could be just verbal. It could be emotional. It could be physical. It can be financial.
I see.
It could be a person that every time they get a paycheck, they spend it all and there's nothing left. That's financial abuse to the family. So you got
to take care of family first.
You got to take care of the family. And that goes both ways, ladies. Don't go buy that handbag when you know you can't afford it. You got to take care of the family and you're going to have to budget. You're a couple now.
Yeah.
You two are now one. Okay, so you have to make sure that you're not abusing your finances or your emotions or, physically abusing somebody.
I just think if you cannot be honest about your financial, that's between husband and wife.
Yes.
That won't work.
Well, and one of the big things that you see on divorces is that there's irreconcilable differences. You've seen that, right? We have irreconcilable differences. Well, you know what that is. It's a different in core values.
Yes.
Your core values didn't match. And therefore, you now have irreconcilable differences. And a lot of times people say that when the other spouse cheats too. So people will say that too. So make sure that if you're in a harmful situation, you get out. Because there are times, I've seen it so many times, and I've seen it lately where women actually kill the men. But most of the time, it's men killing the women.
Really? Is it on the news?
Am
I missing something?
No, just typically the most dangerous person to a woman is actually her spouse. Women are killed more from spouses than from other people. You know that, right? There's statistics on it. I just saw this podcast on it.
Oh, wow.
The most dangerous person to women is their spouse. So if you have a violent spouse, you're more likely to die at his hands from murder. That's why they always blame the husband.
Right. The husband always the first subject.
The husband is the first subject because you're more likely to die at the hands of your husband than someone else.
For sure.
So we get murdered at a higher rate from our spouses than anyone else. So you just have to make sure you're not with a violent person. And that's a core value too.
Oh, wow.
And you should know that before you get married. If he hit you once, even once before you got married, it's not going to get better when you get married. I'm sorry, ladies. If they're putting holes in walls with their fist and they're not hitting you, you know what that is?
Next one's going to be you.
That's a threat for violence towards you.
Yeah.
And it's manipulative and it's controlling, and you shouldn't be in that relationship either.
Wow.
If a man is not emotionally regulating his personality, he's not a man, he's a boy.
Yeah.
And he is going to cause harm. So here's the process.
Okay.
So getting divorced is different than breaking up. Breaking up can be a phone call, can be a meet in public, or it can be a voice text. But when you want to get divorced, it's a whole nother process. You need to start emotionally detaching before you leave physically. Okay, you need to say, okay, I'm in this relationship. I'm not getting my needs met, or they're emotionally abusing me or physically abusing me, and I need to start detaching from this marriage. And so mentally, you need to start to detach first.
Okay.
Before you physically leave. And you need to prep, because most likely your finances are combined. You may have a prenup, you may not, but you need to prep for when you're going to leave. You're going to need to make copies of documents. You're going to need to make copies of bank accounts. You're going to need to make copies of deeds, of any assets that you have together. And you're going to want to do it quietly. And now this can be for men too. If you're leaving because maybe they've had an affair and you're mentally getting ready to check out, you should make copies. Do not, and I repeat, do not go and change bank account passwords like my ex-husband did. It's illegal. You're not to eliminate assets that are joint and try to take them. You can't do that. So don't do that. And then the earlier possible, get financial advice and get legal advice. The faster you can get to an attorney, the better. Now, I am writing a book on divorcing quickly, and that will be out to help you get divorced as quickly as possible, because the faster you get out of a divorce when you know you're ready to go.
Is it cheaper way?
It's cheaper, and it's better mentally and emotionally and financially. Because the attorneys don't make as much either. So, but you're going to need to create an exit plan. And the exit plan, depending on what type of abuse, or if there's no abuse and you're just done, that's different. But if there's abuse, you need to figure out where you're going to go live. And I would recommend that you go to someone that can help you, whether it's a friend or a family member that can support you and help you and keep you safe.
Okay.
Temporarily until you get on your feet.
I see.
And a lot of times women don't leave because they don't have money. Financial dependence that women have on their spouses, because maybe they were the stay-at-home mom and they don't work anymore, or maybe whatever happened and maybe they don't make as much, so they can't even afford to live. Maybe they make, 25% of what their spouse makes. A lot of times women stay in bad relationships because of finances. And they're afraid to leave because they don't have any money on their own. That's why you have to mentally prepare for this.
I think 90%.
Yes, I would say that's the reason why women stay in relationships, is because of this. You have to mentally, and you have to create your exit plan. And there's always ways to get out if you need to. Don't let money stop you from getting out. There's support groups out there. There are people that will help you get out. There's organizations that will help you move in bad physical violence situations. There's women protecting women. There's different clubs. There's organizations. There's places you can go live if it's a bad situation. Do not sacrifice you, because if it's a violent situation, it could lead to homicide.
Oh, wow.
Yes. If it's a violent situation, it could be bad. And so you need to get out quicker, and you need to get out quietly. Yeah.
That's scary.
And this may be, and I know I'm talking about marriage, but it could also be just a long relationship.
It's also about breaking up too. What if the guy very upset?
If the guy is violent with you when you're dating them,
yes,
it's the same process.
Yes.
The other process I went through is when they're not crazy violent. But if they're crazy violent, then you need to go through this process too.
Wow.
And then you need to prepare your emotional status, because you're going to have to grieve your marriage. And a lot of women wrap their identity up in their marriage. And when they come out of their marriage, they don't have an identity. And this is whether it's abusive or not abusive. They just lose their identity because they wrap so much of who they are into their marriage. So whatever you guys were, you were a couple, you were one. And then when you split, half of your identity is gone. And it's rough for people, especially if you really cared for the other person and maybe it wasn't violent, it's just not a good fit. You lose part of your identity. And so you're going to have to figure out your purpose again, which is why we have the podcast on purpose, and re-identify who you are, what you want in life, and rediscover yourself. And that's part of the grieving process. And it's going to be a grieving process. You're going to go through divorce is just like death of a partner or a child. It's going to hurt deep, especially if you deeply cared about the person. So just realize it might take some time. And you might feel guilty.
The guilt, that's killing you.
Especially if they're children.
Yeah.
You might feel guilty that either A, you stayed too long, and maybe your children got abused.
Right.
And if not, you may feel guilty that you're leaving when it looked like from the outside you had a perfect home. And you may feel guilt because the family says, why are you leaving? I thought you were happy. I can't tell you how many times I heard that.
Yes.
I can't believe you and your ex got divorced because I thought you guys were happy.
Yeah. So you could be together for that long. You have the same group of friends.
You have the same group of friends. Friends are going to have to pick. Yep.
Yeah.
And it may be that the family still likes you more than they like the ex. Even though they're his family.
That is so true.
And it happens. So just realize there's going to be some guilt. There's going to be some uncomfortable situations. And you need to find a good support system. You're going to want to find your great friends. And I recommend having a cocoon of friends that are small. So 3 to 5 friends that will not judge.
Yeah. Keep your circle small.
That will support you and will not blame you for anything. If that happens, it's going to be rough. And I had a small group of friends, and it's funny because they weren't my normal group of friends. Some of my normal group of friends I lost during the divorce.
Really?
Yes, because they did not support me. And
so they didn't agree of your divorce? Is that what it is? Or
well, one of them was like, why can't you get over it, Diva Mia? It's been months. And I was like, dude.
No.
Breathe. I mean, this person was divorced for like 8 years, and she's like, well, I'm over mine. I'm like, yeah, it's been 8 years for you. It's been like 3 or 4 months for me. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So sometimes you lose friends like that, or you're not as close and they now become acquaintances instead of friends. Keep a circle small and only the people that are true friends, and they will show themselves, believe me, because they will be the ones that support you. And you might want to join a support group. You might. And you might want to go to therapy. And you might want to get a divorce coach. So when you go through a divorce, you're grieving, right? But you also want to self-reflect on what could I have done differently in my relationship to make it better for me and better for them. And I believe you really need to self-reflect a lot. So therapy is going to have you look from where you are through your marriage all the way back to your childhood. That's what therapy does. And then therapy tries to improve who you are now so that you can grow into a better you. Divorce coaching says this is where you're at. What can we do to make you your best person? And divorce coaching is paramount with therapy because therapy goes to the past, to the now, and coaching takes from the now to the future. And it helps you goal set, and it helps you visualize your future, and it helps you realize that it's not the end. And divorce coaching, if you really want to thrive after a divorce, is a necessity. It is not an option. It is a necessity. So if you are a professional woman and you want to recover as quickly as you possibly can, divorce coaching is a requirement. Those are my 2 main requirements. If you don't have both of those, therapy's not enough, ladies, because people get stuck in therapy because then they just constantly think about their past. They constantly think about what they've done wrong. They constantly think of how they need to improve. And then they get into therapy speak and they talk about, oh, I was traumatized and I'm stuck and I don't align with that person. And, oh, I have a different attachment style. It's like, enough. Oh, they were a narcissist and whatever. They were. Okay. It's over. Now, what are you going to do about it? And coaching will take you from where you are now to where you need to go.
I see.
Now, they have divorce coaching for 3 months. They have divorce coaching for a year. It's not super cheap. But if you're a professional woman, you should be able to afford it.
Yeah.
And it's great investment in you.
That's another thing. Not everybody could afford the therapy.
And then one of my big things is because I'm a very big spiritual and I'm a big empath and I feel people's energy. And I went through an energy healer. Energy healer to me was paramount.
Okay.
Because I was blocked and a little broken, as we've talked about before. I mean, sexually broken, physically broken, mentally broken, emotionally broken, financially broken. I was broken. I was a mess. And the energy healer, basically it's Reiki. A lot of people have done Reiki massage. They do Reiki and they do other things. And they just help you release the pain. You know, there's a book that's like The Issues in Your Tissues. There's like an emotional healing book. And we internalize the pain into our bodies. And they help you release it. So I highly recommend energy healing as well. And then I also went to some spiritual retreats.
Oh, wow.
So I went to a place called Miraval. And they have meditation and therapy, and you work out a lot, and you get into nature. I love getting into nature. I love walking a lot, too. Walking is so therapeutic when you get divorced. So Miraval was a great part of my healing as well. And so people say, gosh, Maria, you healed in like 6 to 9 months. How did you do it so quick? And I go, well, because I hit it hard right away. I knew and I saw people get stuck.
Yeah.
I talked to a woman that for 6 years, she was so bitter. She was still blaming her ex-husband for everything. He left her for a younger woman, which, you know, it happens. Mine left me for a way older woman. It happens.
I still don't get it, by the way. But
no, it's okay. Anyway, so it happens. And she was 6 years. She never dated anyone.
Oh, wow.
She hated her ex-husband. For me, my ex-husband, I don't have any emotion one way or another now. But she hated him. And I see this in men, too. They'll tell me how much they hate their exes. When you say you hate your ex has control over you.
I see that.
Now, I'm not saying you have to forgive their behavior, but you have to let it go. And forgiveness is, you know, I think you should forgive it because most likely if you can let it go, you'll get to a place that you're better off than you were ever with them. But nonetheless, if you can just let it go, it's good. But 6 years, never dated anyone. And then she told me how all the men only want younger women. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about because I've had like 4 dates in the last month.
Right?
And all the men were right around my age. And she got so mad that we haven't talked since because I did not play into her victimhood mentality and her stuckness. And I feel bad for her.
She still play herself as a
I
victim.
cannot associate with people that are victims because they will suck you into their abyss. So she is a victim. She will always be a victim. She will probably die alone. She will probably never date because she got stuck. So don't get stuck. You need to be healed within 12 to 24 months.
She doesn't think to like get out there to get help?
No. And that's men don't either.
A lot of men.
And then what happens is if they do get out there into another relationship and they never healed, they're going to bring all that junk into the new relationship. They're going to blame you for the stuff that happened in their previous relationships. They're going to assume that you're going to do the same thing that their exes did. So if you go to the grocery store and you take an extra 30 minutes and their ex went to the grocery store and actually didn't go to the grocery store and cheated, they're going to assume you were cheating on them. And they're going to get mad and they're going to try to come find you. But, you know, you were just shopping for flowers and, maybe you went and got some shoes. And you weren't cheating, but they're going to think you did. So they bring all that drama and all that into the future relationship because they didn't realize that, you know what, not everybody's the same person. And they bring it with them. And she's bringing her drama from her ex and telling me that all men, is what she said, all men just want younger women.
No, not all.
No, and I've dated younger men.
Yeah.
So,
you know, it's a thing now, older women and younger
I know,
men.
it's a big thing. Yeah, it's a big thing. And I think I know why.
Why?
Because when we get older, we're more aware sexually.
Yeah.
And younger men are into that. And a lot of the younger women don't know what they're doing and they're not aware.
I'm telling you, two of my to my nephew dating a woman who 5 years older than they are.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of 20 years.
Yeah.
But you never know. So, but she is not, like, back to this woman, she's not going to find what she's looking for. And she wants to be miserable. She's comfortably miserable in her victimhood, and she wants everybody to, it is her choice.
Yeah.
But they get stuck. And if you take 6 years to heal, you're stuck and you won't get out of it.
Well, maybe in your eyes, you think she's stuck, but in her eyes, she doesn't think she's stuck.
No, in her eyes, she just wants to blame everyone else for her problems.
Right.
And you can't do that. So let's talk about truly moving on. So once you've gotten divorced, if you can, now, if there are children involved, you can't do this. But the first thing you need to do is go no contact. So if you get divorced, you should not be hanging out with your ex.
Oh, no.
No, you got to go no contact. And if you have to because you have children and you're co-parenting, just limit the contact. Especially if the other partner cheated, it's going to just keep the wound open. So the less you have to see of them, the better. And it takes a big person to befriend an ex after they cheated. It really does. It takes a special kind of person to be able to be friends with an ex, like friends with an ex after they cheated. I don't think I'm there yet. I think I'm okay. I mean, I don't throw a fit when I see my ex, but I'm not besties. And I don't plan on being it ever. Because for me, I can forgive. I just will never forget. And when somebody disrespects me like that, I don't want to be a friend with them. If they were a friend of mine and let's say it's just a girlfriend, and then I find out that girlfriend is cheating on her husband, I don't want to be friends with that girlfriend. I don't like friends that cheat on their spouses. And I know this may be a standard that some people say, well, Maria, it's not your husband that, she's cheating on. I don't care because, and this may be a little snooty and I apologize and you want to cancel me, you can. I don't trust people that cheat.
No.
I don't think that they will do the right thing when it comes to it. I don't think that they will be a good friend when I need them to be. So if they're cheating on the spouse, the person that they vowed to love and honor in sickness and in health, and it's a friend of mine, and then they cheat on them, and they expect me to be, I can't do it. My core value is I don't trust liars and I don't trust cheaters because I'm not a liar and I'm not a cheater. So if that's who they are, I just let them go.
Yeah, why not?
So that's a core value. So you go no contact, and you can go no contact with friends as well. And then start rebuilding your identity. And this is how you do it. You journal. And you write down who you are. And then you make a list of who you want to be.
Okay.
And the things you like. And what you want to have. And what you want to do. And what you want to be. And you write those things down over and over again. And you say, and you work on one thing a month. Every month, maybe you say, I want to be 25 pounds lighter. So you're going to say, I want to weigh 125 pounds.
So you create a checklist.
Or I weigh 125 pounds. I have a fit body. I'm a healthy, active person. And I love my life. And then the next day you write the same thing over and over again. I'm 125 pounds. I have a fit and active body. I love my life. And you keep doing it every day until it happens, and it will. And if you just do that for 30 days straight and you see from where you were at the beginning, write down your weight at the beginning, write down your joy level, write down how much you've exercised, and you just every day. And then you keep track of what you're doing. You're going to change your mindset. You're going to change your paradigm, and you're going to shift into the new you. And you're going to find your new identity. And that's how simple it is. It's not hard.
I see.
And that journal is so important. I can't tell you how important it is. And the only thing you're going to do is you're going to look back at the beginning. You're not going to look back at all the days, but you're going to take notes every single day. And say what you did, what you accomplished, what you're grateful for. Gratitude is huge. And you're going to be authentic with yourself. Because if you say, today I only ate 1,200 calories and you ate 3,000, that's not being authentic and true to yourself. You have to be true and authentic to yourself. And today I worked out for 2 hours, and you did. And today I felt great about working out. And then tomorrow I didn't feel good when I worked out. That's okay. You still did it. That's a win. And every day in 30 days, you may not be 20 pounds lighter, but you might be 8 or 10
I see.
and you got halfway there. And then do it for another 30 days. So just remember, that's part of rebuilding who you are. And then you have to rebuild who you are without them. And I believe dancing alone in the house is really good to give you it just releases so much stress and anxiety, as well as not dating right away. If you can rebuild who you are without them, finding your value in another man is not the way to go when you're trying to find yourself.
I see.
You got to find value in yourself first. And then you can rediscover any passions, reconnect with friends. I've been reconnecting a lot with friends from high school and college, which has been fun.
That's awesome.
And it's great because I connected with people I didn't talk to because I was in a marriage that just took all my energy and focus. And now I have energy and focus to give to other people and open up to other people. And you're going to cry.
Really?
Oh, I cried a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I cried. There were days where I cried and I could not stop crying. And I'm not a crier.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And I actually called my therapist one time and I said, I can't stop crying. It won't stop. It won't turn off. I go, no matter what I do, it won't. So I went to my energy healer and she helped me regulate my nervous system. And then the next day I was okay. But you're going to journal, you're going to cry, you're going to heal, you're going to repeat. You're going to journal, you're going to cry, you're going to heal, you're going to repeat. And each week it gets a little better. And the crying is okay. You got to let it out.
Right.
I highly recommend it. I had a nervous system meltdown. I was, 28 years is a long time to spend with one person. That's, over half my life. So the crying happens.
That's awesome.
But it's part of healing.
But it's part of the healing.
It's part of healing. So again, I think forgiveness is huge. And then if you can get a good schedule together and work on your self-care and glam up or glow up or level up, however you want to call it, you're going to feel better about yourself and you're going to become who you really want to be. And then your cup is full and you can pour over into other people.
Then you feel better. You look better.
You feel better. You look better. Create good goals. Make them happen. And do goals that you can achieve. Because every single win, and here's the thing, every goal is possible. Push yourself. Don't give a little tiny goal so you can mark it off your list. Push yourself and hit those goals. And then you're going to realize that you're worth it. And your word is your bond. And what you say you're going to do happens. And it's just so empowering. And it's going to fill up your cup as well. Just remember, I think this is kind of, we're going to wrap it up, but it's not a failure to leave a marriage. Divorce for women we seem to take it as a failure, but men, they're congratulated. Women, it's like, you failed. I mean, I remember getting a message on social media that said, I don't remember what it was exactly, something to the fact that, well, you can't be that successful. You can't even keep a man.
Are you serious?
This was right after I got divorced. And it was some asshole guy. Why
is always like that? For the men, it's congrat.
For the women, we're a loser.
Yeah.
For the women, we can't keep a man. For the men, it's like, oh, you got rid of that woman or whatever. And I'm sorry, whatever.
Yeah.
You're not a failure. It's just not a good fit. And even if they're a narcissist, I don't know. I don't fit well with narcissists.
Right?
I mean, it wasn't a good fit. We grew in different places. So it's just not a good fit. And I've moved on. I don't look back.
Right. Look at it as a blank page.
Look at it as a blank page. You got a new chapter of your book to write. You've got a new adventure you can achieve. Life is beautiful. Life is joyous. And it can be fun. And it should be.
At any day and any age.
People
any
day.
Think like they're too old to get up. No.
No, you're never too old. And, you can start a company at 50. You can start a company at 60.
Yeah.
Didn't Colonel Sanders.
KFC.
Didn't KFC start when he was like in his late 60s or early 70s?
I think something like that.
So you can do anything you want. And the reality is you might live to 125 or 150. So you better get started because we got a lot of stuff to do, ladies.
Got to get healthy. That's all it is.
So remember, if you're struggling, go see a therapist. If you want, you can DM us and message us and let us know if you need help. We're here for you. We really are. Because I know it's challenging when you go through a breakup, no matter what. So just don't stay in a toxic relationship just to feel like somebody wants you, because that's not good either.
No, not good.
So hopefully this helped a little bit. And if you have to go through a breakup, you know how to handle it. And I wish you the very best, because it is challenging. But I will tell you, it's better on the other side.
They're always better on the other side.
It's always better.
Yeah, that's always better.
But you got to fill your cup up and take care of you first.
That's it. Fill your cups, ladies.
So this is Diva Mia. I hope you have a wonderful day.
This is Diva Khat. I hope this podcast helps.
We're signing off.
Talk to you soon.
Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. We'd love hearing from you. Visit thedivadetails.com to connect. See you next week for more.
Diva Details podcast and website are intended solely for informational and entertainment purposes. The content provided does not constitute professional, medical, financial, or legal advice. We are not licensed medical practitioners, financial advisors, or legal professionals. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Any financial topics discussed are based on personal opinions and experience and should not be considered professional advice. The content provided does not constitute legal advice. The Diva Details and its affiliate contributors and guests are not liable for any losses or damages arising from the use of our content. The opinions expressed in the podcast are solely those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organization, sponsors, or partner. All facts discussed in the podcast are researched and accurate to the best of our knowledge at the time of recording. Information may change over time. No guarantees are made regarding the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of any statements or opinions presented. It is the responsibility of the listener to verify any and all facts that may influence their decision. This podcast is for information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered professional advice.